Jedi and Sith, Masters and Padawans. We have to wait a little bit longer to get to Star Wars Jedi Survivor. However, we did get a sweet look into some new gameplay for the game. So today, we're going to talk about the good, the great, and maybe the not so great. Welcome, friends, to the Lumberjack Gaming Channel, your place for friendly, quality gaming content. Immediately following the news that the game was going to be delayed about 6 weeks to April 28th of this year, EA decided that they were going to hold us over just a little bit with a new gameplay preview. So today we're going to dive into that, talk about some of the things that we noticed, maybe some of the things that you guys missed. There's some good things in there, there's some great things in there, and there's some things that, let's talk about them. The gameplay preview opens up on Kobo, which seems to be a planet that is specifically made for Jedi Survivor. Now, as you look at Kobo, you'll notice it has kind of a very familiar feeling to it. Honestly, it's very Bogano-esque. Maybe a little less green and a little more brown, but the layout feels very similar. This feels like a similar experience that we've already had. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't look great. I think it looks a lot more vibrant. The lighting displayed in here is really good. It also seems like they were really trying to focus in on the fact of making this feel like a very massive map, a very massive open area, which, according to the development team, this game is supposed to be a lot more massive and immersive than Fallen Order. So this might be their way of trying to help market that and showing these vast open areas. As we continue on, we see a little bit more of the same. In one of the last videos that I did, we talked about the fact that there are mounts that are coming to this game. You actually get to see some of the mounts here for a moment. However, I did notice that they don't actually get you on one at any point. So while there is confirmation of mounts in this game, we've not seen a ton of actual use for them. I am sure some things they're going to keep hidden up their sleeve, but it is unfortunate that we didn't really get to see a new look at that, but there's still plenty more in this trailer. One of the next things that it seems like people were really excited about was a look at the new mini-map system, which personally was one of the biggest complaints from a lot of people from playing Fallen Order, was that the mini-map was just not very impressive. It was confusing in some areas. It seems like this time around they have streamlined it heavily. It's a lot more cleaner looking. Guys, I'll be honest, one of the things that frustrates me most in games is when the in-game menu, when the maps, when everything is a little jumbled up, when it's not very clear where I'm supposed to go. Usually in scenarios like this, I like to think that simpler is better. You know, keep it simple, stupid. Not that, I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying, guys, you're not stupid. But we get to place a little beacon here, and then BD pops up with this brand new streamlined map, which I think is going to be a big win. Now, one thing I noticed from this trailer is that a lot of it feels very familiar. I get that this is a sequel. You want it to feel like the first, but better. But I noticed in this gameplay in particular, they didn't do a whole lot of showing you just how different this game is. So we very quickly get to see, some of the wall running mechanics, which were huge in Fallen Order. Even some of the things that they fight in the gameplay trailer feel very similar. But what we did get a new look at is the new dual-wielding lightsaber stance. Now, obviously, when you are playing Star Wars games, especially when you're playing a Star Wars game where you get to wield a lightsaber, this is the most important part. This is the key part to a successful Star Wars game, is lightsaber combat. And I think this game looks a lot better. I feel like it's a lot more fine-tuned. The animations that they've added for certain lightsaber attacks, the dual wielding in particular. Again, Fallen Order did it really well, and I think Jedi Survivor is going to do it even better from what we've seen. Again, when you're running around, you're wielding the Force, you're using lightsabers, you want to feel lethal. You want to feel like you're packing that punch, Peace is easy to keep when everything's dead, But from the new animations to the sound design, they really do a good job at making you feel just powerful here. Because nothing says power like slicing a droid just right in half. I will also say I'm kind of upset that they teased us here. They teased us with a new Force move that gets interrupted by this enemy, and we don't actually get to see it in action. I think that was unfair. I think that was not cool. Don't do that to me. But again, they really took the opportunity to show off the dual wielding stance, which personally I think is going to be one of the main stances that I'm probably going to use throughout this game. We get to see more big creatures, again, just like in Fallen Order. We also get to see some new execution styles, like this one, sliding up on this monster's back and then just, taking him out. I don't think Space PETA is going to be happy with this one. Another huge feature that we got to look at is something that I think they're going to heavily use in Fallen Order, and that's our new grappling mechanic. We've already heard about it already, but now we're getting to see it a little bit more in action. I think it was very intentional that in this 9 minutes of gameplay, they made sure to show the grappling action. I think that's going to allow for a lot more exploration in this game, a lot more verticality when you're exploring the world. I think it's a pretty cool addition to this game, and let's be honest, who doesn't love a grappling hook? I say it all the time. Who doesn't love a good grappling hook? Now, one of the things that I didn't even really notice until I saw somebody else point it out, and now I can't look away from it, is why in the world does Cal look like a gorilla when he's running, especially when he's running with dual-wielded lightsabers? Like, am I the only one that thinks that? The running is incredibly awkward. Clearly, it has nothing to do with gameplay, but it just looks so awkward. Maybe I shouldn't have pointed that out for you guys, but for me, I can't help but, notice it. Either way, when it comes to impressions of this gameplay, like I said, I don't think we've seen anything super groundbreaking here. It feels like a lot more of the same, which I'm okay with to a sense. Hopefully they switch it up enough. Seems like the combat feels a lot more polished. Obviously the scenery, we're expecting the graphics to look better. The new stances are going to be awesome. I'm definitely in support of the fact that they decided to take a little bit longer with this game if they think it is going to improve performance across the board. What do you guys think of what we've seen from Jedi Survivor so far? Let me know in the comments. As we get closer to this game, I do want to do a giveaway for a copy of the game, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow all of the Jedi Survivor videos that are coming out on this channel for more information on how to enter to win that. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Find somebody in the comments, give them some encouragement today. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're alive. If you want a real deep dive into what we know so far about Star Wars Jedi Survivor, check this video out right here. Come on. You know you want to. Do it. Do it. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want, but you should do it.